Will be taken. Forget the last one to the changeover point is the one to drop out. 4 Argos to 3 jet skis to 2 hovers.
There we see the Welsh Argo team. Driving for them is Emma Stonelake, her passengers Nikki Evans and Emma's brother Leon. There's the Scottish team. Driving for them is another lady driver, Lynn Kirkland, her passengers on the left there, Scott Thompson, and on the right it's Gordon Simpson. Pulling the levers for Northern Ireland, Nicola Earlier, passengers on the left, Geneve Cubitt, and on the right, Claire Richardson. And finally, on the end of our Superchamps grid, there's England. Heather's in the driving seat, her passengers, Dow and Carl.
And away they go then in the Argos, and it's a fairly tight start. 3 there all alongside each other, with Scotland bringing up the rear, and nothing between Wales, Northern Ireland and England in the early stages. Oh,
Wales have been knocked off the course, but they're back on. A great bit of recovery there by Emma Stonelake, but Heather Newhouse has gone into the lead, and the battle is on for second place as they fly into the ripples. Now remember folks, this is where it normally all changes. The water, as far as the Argos are concerned, is the great equaliser, and as you can see, Scotland are chasing England.
And the fins on those fat rubber tyres, driving the machine slowly through the water. The idea is to find a shallow spot if you can. And Heather seems to have found one, as we've seen in races in the past, Gary.
That's right, she really is a great driver, and out the English Argo rolls. Heather doing much better than England's Daniel Blackman earlier on in the junior Argos. Out comes Scotland's Lynn Kirkland. Behind her is Wales's Emma Stonelake. And finally, still in the ripples, Northern Ireland's Nicola Early. Is she going to be last one out?
It's certainly looking that way at this stage, and no doubt I think that England are going to be first to the changeover point, so they're certainly still in the race. Scotland look like being second. There's the changeover to John Barfoot, off to the jet skis with the pennant.
In comes Scotland's Lynn Kirkland. She's going to be handing over to Katie McAllister. There's quite a gap, though, between Katie and John Barfoot. Away goes John Barfoot. There's Katie, though. She's recovered herself very, very well.
Now, what's happening, meanwhile, for third place? Who is going to drop out? Well, there's the Welsh jet ski, so Northern Ireland were last of the changeover. Wales are still in with Amanda Hood.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how they fare out on that lake, because it's very wet and it's also decidedly windy. There's our leader, though, England's John Barfoot, and he really does like a ride on the jet skis. And you can see Scotland's Katie McAllister there. She's in second place. And if Wales's Amanda Hood doesn't get her skates on, she's going to be last one out. And oh, what a great recovery by Katie there. Nearly toppled over, but she's back up again. Excellent driving, Peter.
Well, she really did well just to keep the jet ski up on the water then. It really did look as if she was going to topple over.
And look at England's John Barfoot with the pennant in his mouth. He looks like my dog carrying the newspaper.
There's the handover, and it's Maria Willoughby onto the hovers, and with a pretty good lead at this stage for England.
Yeah, she's going to get a very fast start, but it's all going up in the lake, and as you can see, Katie McAllister's steamed into the boys there, and she's looking at trying to get out.
She's just going to make it. I mean, it's cold in the water there, as away goes Maria Willoughby of England. And just in the background there, I saw Katie McAllister racing up the bank. So I think Scotland, indeed they are going to make second place, and the Welsh with Amanda Hood drop out. And away they go in these very difficult hovers, which do take a lot of manoeuvring and a lot of practice to handle them properly.
So Maria Willoughby leading for England on this last one out. The question is here at Hever, can Scotland's Gavin McLeod catch her and get Scotland 4 badly needed points?
500cc two-stroke engines on these miniature hovercrafts, and you can see Maria there leaning forward as the hovercraft wasn't flat on the water. She's trying to keep up the speed. They've had a lot of specialized training on the use of these hovercrafts as away she zooms.
That picture there gives you some idea of the considerable gap between England's Maria Willoughby and Scotland's Gavin McLeod. Around Snooky comes, so it's boy versus girl. The venue, Hever Castle Lake. Who's going to win though?
How well Maria is controlling this hovercraft, and she has got a very healthy lead, and unless something untoward's happened, I think it's going to be maximum points again for England.
As with all our races out there on the lake here at Hever Castle, we have 2 safety boats tracking our competitors. Around Maria comes, not too far now from the checkered flag. It doesn't look as though Scotland's Gavin McLeod is going to do it. As you can see, he seems to be having quite a rough ride.
It's going to be a win for Maria Willoughby of England. Scotland's Gavin McLeod will take second place in the last one out here in the Smith Superchamps. Maria really relishing the challenge of the hovercraft.
Oh, a great win, Maria, there. How was the hovers? That looked difficult.
It was hard because the wind was blowing and we kept drifting around corners, but I got a good start, so I just hoped I'd win and I just kept it on.
Excellent. Was it hard to see out there?
Yes, because all the water went in your eyes and you couldn't see where you was going.
Always #1 for fun. What a marvellous last one out. And